this past week, right before like the new year was really settling in, we got some big news out there. There looks like there's the potential that Marvel Studios has in fact regained everything more or less besides Spider-Man. This would be including characters like the Hulk and of course Namor being two of the big ones that were part of the whole Universal thing. So you know, I think this is kind of a given, right? Like, if you look at what's happening with Marvel Studios, it kind of makes sense. Like,
Also,
I
look
mean,
at
you go back a couple of years and Joe Quesada's like, yeah, we got him back.
yep,
It's just like,
yep,
obviously.
yeah,
well, also they sat there and like when they announced that they had She-Hulk, you knew at that point, okay, everything else has to be coming back.
yeah.
Like, there's no way that they got She-Hulk, but they're not going to be in talks of getting everything else back.
And that's the thing. Like, if She-Hulk was still with Universal, Universal would be like, no, we want that on a sci-fi or somewhere because it's a Universal thing. It's a contract, right? They would want it on their own station. But She-Hulk going over to Disney Plus, you're like, no, this is Disney Plus. They own it. Like, it makes sense. Which then, if you line up everything that's been said about, like Namor in the past, the little hints towards it, and even Scott Derrickson, putting that picture on his Instagram, then deleting it about Namor. Like, I think there's more than enough evidence that these characters are fully back, and they just
It's like, there's no smoke without fire.
same, yeah. That's kind of like the same kind of like path I was leading down. It's like there's something here, and I don't know why they won't just come out and confirm it. Maybe they're not allowed to. Like that's.
I say it's got to be some like legality stuff behind that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you never know when it comes to anything illegal, like how long it's going to sit there and take for them to be able to publicize it. Just when they were able to sit there and say, hey, we have She-Hulk, we're going to get that TV show, that was probably the first step, and then they were still under negotiations, probably of pricing of the rest of Hulk and Namor properties that Universal has.
I mean, if there was even pricing, it could have just reverted. I mean,
that too.
Yeah.
And they're probably the reason why they can't say that they have it fully is because Universal's probably putting up a fight to keep it.
And I mean,
see, if they still had it, they wouldn't have announced She-Hulk.
Yeah, that's my guess. Yeah. Well, also,
because you're not going to announce something and then be like, oh yeah, we're not doing that anymore because Universal took it back. Like,
well, I mean, didn't like in the early 2010s, didn't Universal announce the Namor movie was in production? Like they were working on something?
I think so, yeah.
So clearly that was their thing, and there's no way there was a contract out there that's like, so you could have Namor forever, and if nothing happens, you still own him. And I mean, he's been getting a lot of play in comics as well, and like,
oh yeah,
it's, I don't know, it's just, it kind of makes sense with that. Now, back on the Hulk front, I saw people be like, oh, do you think we could get a Hulk 2? No. No.
I mean, it's possible, but whether they do it or not, Ruffalo's been pitching what he wants to happen with the Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another kind of like, well, why is he pitching stuff if no, he's not going to get a movie or whatever?
Right.
No.
I feel like Hulk is the way that they've created him because they had to tiptoe around all of the different legality behind it. I feel like he's much better as a character that's in other people's films than getting his own at this point. If we do get his own, make it like they've already said, they're all team up films anyways. So have him do a team up with something else. Like, you can now actually have him potentially in Love and Thunder like you had him in Ragnarok. Because those two have like a good relationship.
Yeah, I'm actually looking right now through history. So Namor was in development with Universal and Legendary Pictures as far back as 2014 was the last time we heard about it. So, yeah, he's definitely reverted back fully.
Yeah,
I mean, and as Shay said, like, I think when you look at Namor and Hulk, I think Hulk works better as a supporting character, honestly. And if I just look at the landscape of Hulk outrage now, everybody's like, we're angry because he's not a mindless monster. Well, okay.
Have you ever read the Hulk?
Yeah, right.
Like, by technicalities, he never was a full raging monster.
And they took care of that rather early. Like, it's...
Yeah.
It's
not... You could kind of regress the character slightly. You can maybe go the Maestro route.
Yeah.
Or like, excuse me, the way they've taken him now, you can say, oh yeah, it's backfired, and while he's thought he's okay, different Hulks in his head have like started to manifest.
Yeah.
And then you get different personalities of Hulk. You can make an entire trilogy out of that.
Yeah.
And each one's just a different kind of Hulk. Like,
and you could also do
it's
the
doable.
you know, the Red Hulk thing where it's like being like, no, if I want to defeat the Red Hulk, I really got to give in to my anger. Okay, you can revert him back. So it's like, but then again, the angrier Hulk gets, the less interesting he gets. So like,
yeah, that's why World War Hulk's like, oh God,
yeah,
really,
pretty much.
I prefer especially when it came to like Endgame, how he would see himself as the raging one, and he just kind of covers himself like, oh gosh, I used to do that. It's like, all right, you got to blend in.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you're able to get more personality now that you have Ruffalo being Hulk than you do Ruffalo being Banner and just mocapping Hulk. Like, I prefer the new one that they have now. Yes, they could potentially do their own videos or movies, but I would prefer him to just keep on where he is. And now that they have full rights to him, put him in more then. Like, there's nothing stopping them now to be able to be like, okay, you could be in Love and Thunder, you could be here, you could be there, you could be our bridging character, kind of like how you already were.
Yeah, I hope so. Like, that's my hope. Like, just throw Ruffalo into more things.
Like, if we're gonna do like a solo movie for him, just do Immortal Hulk.
Yeah,
really, because you can kind of like flip it. Like,
true.
Not entirely sure how, but you know, Immortal Hulk is kind of like what they have now, but a bit more savage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, Banner died and he came back and he's like, you know what? Screw everyone. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to become a cosmic entity or something. And then, like, the next universe is Galactus. But...
maybe they could even have a Hulk down the road that's not him. Maybe you could do Amadeus Cho and then bring in Ruffalo to be like the mentor figure, and then you have 3 Hulks out there, and you know it is what it is. I mean, the comics do it, so like,
exactly.
Why not? So I guess that's for that topic. So we'll see what happens. Probably at San Diego Comic-Con if any announcements are made. If Namor gets confirmed as a villain somewhere, there you go. Like, that's...
You just really want the spandex.
Oh, who doesn't want Namor? Come on. And a spandex, of course.
With the little
But would Namor get his own movie, though, is the question? Because both of these you can say are like easily supporting characters. More
I feel Namor will probably be, if they're confirming that he's back... We can see him as soon as Black Panther 2.
I would hope he doesn't get a movie, honestly. Like, let's be real. The moment he gets a movie, every single person is going to be like, oh, Marvel's ripping off Aquaman. It's like, well, do you know? Nah. And he doesn't really need it. You know, like...
But at the same time, like, if you've just seen your competition make $1 billion off Aquaman, you're like, oh, we could do that.
We got a Fishman that came before Aquaman. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I don't know, like... I guess it's wait and see. I mean, trust me, I would want nothing more than to see Namor get a movie. Maybe like Namor and the Invaders or something would be awesome. But
that would be cool.
Yeah, it's like it's in due time. I guess Kevin Feige knows what he's doing. He hasn't failed yet, so you know you can't really fault them if they do or don't. Yeah. So we'll find out soon. So thank you for taking the time to watch that video. If you guys would like more content that we offer here for channel members, which you guys can check out in the little join button down below, we do offer additional content, such as exclusive podcasts and topic discussions, our gaming podcast, Star Wars TV series reviews, Marvel show reviews, DC Universe and CW reviews. We offer personal vlogs, backlog reviews of TV shows and movies, video game topics, and Q&As. And of course, in one of our best tiers, we offer audio commentaries on TV shows and movies, along with a bunch of other stuff you guys can check out just by clicking that join button and seeing what is on offer.